The THA has a new procurement policy. Public Health holds symposium on H1N1 and Zika viruses, and Milford Court to be upgraded.
Info
Update.
bringing you the latest
News, views, and reviews.
Along with responses
Comments and events
affecting you.
brought to you by the Information Division of the Tobago House of Assembly.
There's a new procurement policy for the provision of goods and services to the Tobago House of Assembly. Kern De Freitas tells us more.
The procurement policy will ensure there is predictability in how the THA obtains goods and services. According to consultant Mr. Alan Richards, each division will now have a procurement department.
One of the critical things that the procurement regulator would do is to establish a depository, meaning database of as many people who indicate a willingness to supply goods, services, or works to the government or the government agencies or to public bodies.
The new tendering procedure begins when a project is identified. At the end, a contract will be awarded to a supplier that complies with the policy. Chief Administrator Mr. Ray Sandy says suppliers, contractors, and vendors will now have to register with the Tobago House of Assembly.
That is one of the reasons why we call you here, to advise you that fairly soon in the press, like we sent out the notice about this meeting, persons will be invited to register. And we thought it best to have a meeting with you here to prep you so that you'll understand when you see that notice in the papers and so on where we are going.
The procurement policy is geared towards fostering greater transparency in the THA. I'm Kern De Freitas for Info Update.
Thousands are being affected by the deadly H1N1 and Zika viruses globally. So health authorities on the island have enhanced existing measures to help prevent the spread of the virus throughout Tobago. Josanne Brassi has the details.
The Division of Health and Social Services hosted a public health symposium on H1N1 and the dangerous Zika virus at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park yesterday. County Medical Officer of Health Dr. Vishnawat Pratap Singh says the initiative was aimed at giving Tobagonians and the health sector the opportunity to get first-hand information and have their questions answered by a team of experts.
The messages that we're sending out are these 3 C's that I mentioned earlier. Cleanliness. Cleanliness really pertaining to hand washing, and then covering your cough, covering into your sleeves, sneezing into your sleeves, coughing into your sleeves as opposed to into your hands, and then containing. If you feel you're not well and you think it could be the flu, then you seek care, and then either you're given by the doctor permission to stay home.
He said these are the main messages that health officials are encouraging the public to practice regularly. There is also the technical side, where weekly surveillance is being carried out for flu, respiratory illnesses, and other infections. One medical intern, Ross Devines, explains why he attended the symposium.
You can never do any intervention or make any intervention unless you're aware. So the first part is always education. Once we're educated, then we could better tackle an issue.
Mr. Devine says he's also awaiting further recommendations from experts to allow for their earliest diagnosis possible. This, he says, will lead to patients being treated earlier. I'm Josanne Brassi for Info Update.
The Milford Court Plaza in Bonaccord is home to many businesses, but over the years, the plaza has deteriorated. Well, it will soon be upgraded by its landlord, the Division of Settlements and Labour.
The Milford Court Plaza will have new window treatments and doors. The electrical and the plumbing fixtures will also be upgraded. This is according to project management specialist Derek Dickinson.
So we've decided we'll start with the roofs and the ceilings to upgrade them because we were having some leaks in a couple of the buildings, so we wanted to alleviate that problem during the dry season preferably, because so that coming for the rainy season we won't have any of those leaks and so affecting the tenants.
Mr. Dickinson says the upgrades will benefit the tenants.
All right, well, directly for the tenants, the upgrades will obviously make life for them a little better. The roof will be a little more secure as well, because we know that they have had some break-ins in the past. So we are trying to make the buildings more secure.
It's hoped that most of the repairs can be completed by the end of this fiscal year. I'm Umadara Mills for Info Update.
That's it from all of us at the Department of Information. I'm Davia Chambers, and you've been listening to Info Update.